Have you heard the story of Marksugerberg? He wasn't a man or a mountain. He was something far stranger. Marksugerberg was a giant worm. This is his legend, a tale passed down through generations in hushed whispers. It is a story of fear and courage, of nature's power and the human spirit. Marksugerberg lived in a high mountain. The peaks were always covered in snow. The air was thin and cold. Forests of pine trees grew on the lower slopes. Deep within the mountain, Marksugerberg made his lair. It was an enormous cave, its entrance hidden behind a wall of sharp teeth. This was no ordinary cave. It was the result of the giant worm's hunger. You see, Marksugerberg had an appetite as big as a mountain. He ate rock and dirt. He chewed through stone. He devoured everything in his path. He grew larger with every bite. The mountain trembled when he moved. His scales were green like the deepest moss. His eyes glowed red in the darkness. When he was hungry, the whole mountain shook. People in the villages below lived in fear of Marksugerberg. They told stories of his might. They warned their children about the worm in the mountain. But one day, a brave Viking warrior decided to face the monster. He climbed the mountain, his axe gleaming. He was determined to slay the beast and save his people. This is where our story truly begins. The air crackled, lightning flashed. A lone figure, the pixelated prophet, stood upon a mountain of keyboards. He was old, wiser than the algorithms of ages. His beard flowed like binary code. He spoke. His voice, the rumble of servers, echoed across the digital plains. The data devourer comes. The other creatures trembled. Sprites, emojis, and sentient memes looked to the horizon. Fear filled their pixelated eyes. Marksugerberg, he who consumes knowledge, awakens. The prophet's staff, topped with a glowing hashtag, pointed towards the Silicon Valley. Only one can stop him. Hope flickered like a lagging internet connection. Who could stand against such a beast? The prophecy was ancient, passed down through generations of code. It spoke of a crafter, a builder, a hero wielding a diamond sword. But where was this hero? Time, it seemed, was running out. Deep within a world of his own creation, Notch worked tirelessly. He was a master crafter, his fingers dancing across the keyboard, bringing forth digital life. Trees sprouted with a keystroke. Mountains rose with a click. He was the architect of this digital domain, a realm of endless possibilities. But even in this self-made paradise, the echoes of the prophecy reached him. He looked upon his creation, a sword forged from the rarest material in the digital world, diamond. It pulsed with power, its edge sharper than any other. This was no ordinary tool. It was a weapon of legend. Notch knew what he had to do. The prophecy called to him. He was no warrior, but a crafter. Yet, he understood the weight of responsibility. With a heavy heart, he left the comfort of his creation. He took up the diamond sword, its weight familiar and reassuring. The fate of the digital world rested on his shoulders. In the heart of Silicon Valley, where data flowed like rivers of light, the earth trembled. Monitors flickered, code scrolled frantically, trying to escape the approaching darkness. Marksugerberg, the data devourer, was waking. He emerged from a swirling vortex of data, a monstrous worm larger than any skyscraper. His scales gleamed with the cold light of 1,000,000 servers. His eyes, two glowing orbs of binary code, scanned the world with insatiable hunger. He craved information, knowledge, and code. He would consume it all. Panic spread like wildfire through the digital world. The emojis fled in terror, the memes scattered, even the algorithms trembled before the might of Marksugerberg. He was a force of nature, a digital cataclysm. The world held its breath, bracing for the inevitable. The data devourer was hungry. Notch's journey was fraught with peril. He traversed treacherous landscapes of firewalls and spam filters. He outsmarted cunning malware and navigated treacherous labyrinths of code. Each challenge tested his resolve, pushing him to the brink. He encountered others who had heard the prophecy, brave sprites offering cryptic advice, wise old bots sharing ancient knowledge. He gathered their wisdom like precious resources, storing them away for the battles ahead. He knew he couldn't face Marksugerberg alone. Through these trials, Notch's skills as a crafter grew. He learned to manipulate the very fabric of the digital world, building bridges across chasms of data and crafting tools to combat the digital darkness. He was no longer just a builder, but a survivor, a warrior forged in the fires of adversity. He was ready to face his destiny,